dude. My
Yeah.
morning started off rough this morning.
What oil?
Uh, so right, Raylan's sleeping with me. She wakes up to everything. Um, and I woke up at like 7:27. She was still passed out. I was passed out. No alarms going off. Nothing. Dude, they're supposed to be on the bus at 7:30. So
What
I
time?
woke up. They're supposed to be on the bus at 7:30. I got up at 7:27.
Oh, yes, sir, buddy.
Yeah, Raylan's still asleep, and Raylan wakes up to everything. So I don't know if I set the alarms for like PM or what, but yeah, we didn't wake up to nothing.
Yeah.
I just happened to wake up, and so get all that ready. Uh, Riley goes to take him to school, and Ruger gets out.
The backyard?
Yes. So then I got to go ride around and look for Ruger. And I'm about to be running late for work at this point. So I take like a couple laps around the neighborhood real quick. Don't see his tail anywhere, and I was like, either somebody's gonna pick him up, hold him till I get home from work, or he's gone. Like I gotta go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he ended up showing back up at the house like a couple hours later.
He knows where he gets fed.
Some dog must have been in heat, son. He's out.
Yeah, he's drunk.
That joke, if you leave him in the backyard for more than 20 minutes, he's gonna take off. That joke, he just wants to go.
Gone.
Yeah. He just likes to run, baby.
Yeah, I mean Seth called me on my I was on my way from my first job. I was going to my second one.
Yeah.
And Seth called me and I just I was short and he goes,
I was like, all right,
all
buddy.
right,
I'll
yep,
talk to you
I'll talk to
later.
you later. I was like, all right.
Like, this man's going through it already. It's too early for this.
So,
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. Seth, you didn't do much at work?
No, I mean, I went and started up a mini split and stuff like that, but I didn't do a whole lot.
we were able to get the office cleaned out so we could start getting all that done so we can all
Be up there up top?
yeah, finally. That needs to happen.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't do. I guess I did do a pretty good bit. We cut a tree, big old oak tree, a pecan tree, not an oak tree.
I was about to say every time we go on this podcast, we can't all say we did nothing for work.
Yeah, these people are like,
They're
God,
gonna be
these,
like, these jokers are lazy, man.
yeah, they don't do nothing. How are they making any money? No, I did do a pretty big pecan tree over someone's house. Man, it took dang near all day just to do that one tree. So that sucked, but and our stump grinder still tore up. So I had to go rent one, which also blows. Anybody listening wants to donate $100,000 to my business? That would be awesome because stump grinders are expensive.
Did you ever get that one I sent you on Facebook?
Yeah, do you know how small that is?
I have no idea.
Well, no,
That's why I sent it to
I
you.
was that was
I was just like, here's one, and it's not $100,000. I'll see if
yeah.
it'll work.
Well, let's just put it like this: we have one that's 75 horses, which is pretty decently sized, right? That one you sent me was what, 14 grand or something like that?
I can't
Twe-
remember.
It was like 14 or 12 grand. It was a 20 horse machine.
Oh, wow.
It was literally a baby machine. I'm like, bro, I'm not paying. I can't do it. There's no way. It'd take me, that stump I ground today, it would have took me 3 hours to do. And it was like
That's insane.
28 inches across. With my big grinder, it would take about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, this is just cheaper than everything he said, so I'm going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it ride. Let him make the choice. Yeah, for sure. Well, this is the Southern Roots podcast. On this podcast, we're going to talk about sports, hunting, day-to-day life. If it impacts our life in just about any way, you're probably going to hear about it. I am Andy.
I'm Seth.
And I'm Shane.
So let's do a little weekend recap, guys. We got together for a little bit of college football. We'll get into that a little bit later as far as the actual college football stuff goes. What else everybody get into the rest of the weekend?
Friday, we didn't do much of anything besides get on the game.
That is true.
Yeah.
We was on the game late
Yeah.
Friday night, boy.
Yeah.
We also play Call of Duty for those who listen. I can't say we are not good. Seth is pretty bad at, like, bad as in like good, like bad to the bone type.
The good bad.
Yeah,
The good
the
bad.
good bad. Shane is, I would say, above average, and I am below average. It is.
Andy's the bad. I'm just like the some games I'm the bad. Some games I'm the good bad.
Yeah.
And most games I'm there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah. So, yeah, we was on the game. Oh God, I think it was.
Like 2:33.
I'm gonna say
Friday.
3:00
It was late.
Friday night,
Yeah,
Saturday
it's
morning, and I had to get up at 6 and leave my house to go to Jessup.
Yeah, that was ignorant.
Yeah,
I bet you regretted that.
Oh,
didn't
dude.
you?
Hey, man, I put my iPad in the dash, put on, what was I watching? I forget what I
Not
started watching.
recommended for all you 16-year-olds that just started driving.
Yes, do not do that. That is terrible.
Yes.
Any law
I
enforcement.
want you to look at the road the whole time. I'm trying to make home to my kids.
Yeah, any law enforcement, please disregard that previous statement. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm driving just about anywhere over an hour, I'm watching some type of TV or movie or
Oh my
TV series.
gosh.
Man, I can't do it. I fall asleep, man. There's like I got a friend that says they have a switch in their butt when they sit down. They just start to fall asleep. I'm like that. Like, especially when it comes to driving, I can't do it, man.
I used to be like that. Working hours I used to work really helped with that.
I ain't never
Yeah.
been like that. Thank the Lord.
I used to be bad about it.
It's
just
bad.
to drive home from mom and dad's my house, you're talking about 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'd be nodding off the whole time.
Almost hitting trash cans and mailboxes.
We ain't gotta talk about all that.
Yeah, man, I am bad about it. Like, I will fall asleep, or I'm either watching TV or like watching my iPad, some type of series or something, or I'm scrolling TikTok. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
100% is happening.
I'm not gonna say I ain't never done it, but it's not like often.
I'll watch TV. I can't scroll. I get too distracted. I say watch TV, like I can have something pulled up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
And
It's not like I'm
more
like,
so just listening to it. Yeah. It's more listening to it than it is watching it.
Yeah.
Which is one reason why I like podcasts so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
I listen
That's
to
what got me
yeah,
into
that's-
podcasts. It keeps me awake, keeps me
Yeah.
interested. So
But Saturday, of course, we were all together.
Yeah, we all wound up
yeah.
together
Now
at Seth's house
Sunday,
again.
Dad talked me into after church going and hanging out with him, and we went to Palmetto State Armory because he's been wanting a shotgun, and he was going to go look at some Weatherby that they said they had online there.
Some
We
what?
walk in, a Weatherby.
Weatherby shotgun.
Oh.
They
Oh,
said-
so
they
he
said
wasn't even
online they
going.
had it there. He wasn't even going there for that shotgun.
That's crazy.
And so we walk in, and I've narrowed down the shotguns that I want to the Rite or the Beretta A300 are the two that I've gone back and forth between. We go in there, and they got the Beretta A300 on sale. And Dad's like, oh, that looks like a pretty good shotgun. I was like, it is a good shotgun. You'd like that one. And so, yeah, he goes and buys the exact Beretta A300 that I would get if I was buying a shotgun.
Same camo and all, huh?
Same camo and all.
That's
The
tough.
good thing about him buying something before me, I get to try it out.
And make sure that's if you want it.
Make sure that's what I want before I go and buy it.
You can really
So,
test it out, put
yeah.
it through,
I can really test it out. I was like, Dad, I think you'll like it. And then I could take it like duck hunting, and see what I think about it. He's like, yeah. Sure, that's fine. So it works out great for me.
There you go.
Heck yeah. Well, after I was told about that gun being on sale, I dang near put everything in my house up for sale to try and go get it. And it's sitting on the couch beside me. So I was able to go get the shotgun. It is a Beretta A300. 20 gauge, 28-inch barrel. But mine is not the bottomland camo. I'm not a huge bottomland guy. I like the Max 5, Max 7 stuff. Just about every camo thing I have is Max 7 or Max 5. And it's Max 7. So, and it was also on sale. Unfortunately, the sale ended yesterday. We were told originally that it was going to end Friday, so I felt like I had some more time to go get it. And then I called and was like, hey, how many of those do y'all have in stock? And they're like, oh, we got a bunch of them, but the sale ends today. And I was like, which was yesterday. Well, Labor Day. This will be out at the end of the week. So the sale ended on Labor Day. We were told that it would end Friday and found out, obviously, it ended Labor Day. And we were like, or I went into full panic mode. I was like, crap, how do I get the shotgun today? And I mean, like, I literally was posting. I saw
Everything you don't use anymore.
Yeah, if I don't touch it, if I haven't touched it within the last 2 months, I was selling it. I was able to sell some of the stuff, enough to get the gun. Also, with a little bit of help from my parents, I also have to pay them back though. Shout out to the parentals. But hey, I got the shotgun. I went to my parents' house the other day, Monday after getting it, shot it. I didn't even realize that it come with like the recoil thing on the
recoil pad on it?
Yeah, the recoil pad on the
Yeah.
stock. So I shot the first like 6 rounds to it, right? Pow, pow, pow. Reloaded it, shot it again. I was like, I knew a 20 gauge isn't going to kick like a 12 gauge, but dang, this thing hardly has any kick at all. And then for whatever reason, I got to my house and was messing around with it and like pushed down on the barrel, had it standing up, and I pushed down on the barrel and it like the pad like compressed and come back out. I was like, yo, that's why that Joker's so smooth.
Yeah.
And for the people that don't like that too, it comes with a whole nother one that you can
Yes.
put on the back of it.
Yeah, it comes with the whole thing where you can make it solid. And actually, I think mine came with 2.
They probably make it where you can shorten it or make it longer for people
Yeah.
with different like.
No way, that's right.
Trigger
But so as far as the shotgun goes, it's super smooth. I've enjoyed it every time I've shot it so far.
Dad's so dad's not even a shotgun guy.
Really?
No,
And
he's
in the
not.
past,
That's what's funny.
this is hilarious. Within the past 3 weeks, he has bought 3 shotguns.
Oh my gosh, why?
He bought he went to the gun show. He bought a handgun and a Henry 410 lever action just because he wanted one. And so the deal was, if he buys those 2 guns at full, he could get $50 off of one or $100 off the Henry. $50 off the handgun, $100 off the Henry, or he could just bypass all that, and they'll give him a shotgun. It's like a little 20 gauge pump, real short barrel, kind of like a just
It's home
whatever.
protection kind of
Yeah.
And so of course, I mean, he's like, well, bump it. I'm gonna take the free shotgun.
Yeah,
so he
for
got
sure.
the Henry lever action 410. That I don't even know what brand it is. That 20 gauge pump.
It's
And then
honestly, but it shoots.
Yeah,
it'll
it's really
shoot.
not that great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it shoots.
And then he wanted something because he wants to start doing some bird hunting, like trying to do some of these dove and like quail hunts and all that stuff that are around and everything.
Yeah.
So he wanted another shotgun. He wanted a 20 gauge for that. So that's why he bought the Beretta A300. And then he already had the Mossberg like 550 or whatever it is.
Yeah. Bro, I don't know.
He has a Remington 870 Express. So for somebody that doesn't shoot shotguns, he's got
He just
5
bought a bunch of
shotguns,
them.
and he just bought 3 of them.
Yeah,
that Henry is sweet.
That Henry is sweet though. I've never shot a lever action shotgun before, but I'm down with it. That thing is fun to shoot.
And I didn't realize how much, because I shot a 410 a long time ago, but I didn't realize how much it didn't kick. Like you felt like you're shooting like a 22 or something. It didn't do anything. It was like shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
shot
was.
a 410 is like not much harder than like a I don't know, like a 22 almost. Them things are not uh not bad at all. Dude, I don't know what happened to my camera. This
Yeah,
is
you're having
wild.
issues, aren't you?
Yeah. And now the battery won't come out. That's crazy. This one might be looking like it's gonna be y'all looking at each other on on the
Technical difficulties.
on the YouTube
You're not.
YouTube at least. Holy cow.
So now, as far as this weekend, I know old Seth's excited.
Yes, I'll be in the stand for sure.
Opening
Saturday
day of
morning,
bow season.
It does open
Saturday
up Saturday.
evening.
Yeah, that's right.
I am
I don't know
totally
about Saturday
unprepared
evening.
for bow season, so I definitely won't be involved this weekend unless you kill something. Then I may be involved with that. But
I do not bow hunt.
I
I'm
mean,
too
shoot,
fat for that
the
heat.
deer were moving this afternoon, son. Good
yes,
grief.
cameras are going nuts.
Yes, they would.
So do you know where you're going to set up yet for your
I'm
hunt Saturday
probably
morning?
gonna hunt behind the house.
In that
Probably.
bottom?
Yeah.
It's still totally flooded though, ain't it?
Yeah, I'll walk through it.
Have you been getting pictures on that camera? Because that's
Oh
not a
yeah.
cellular camera, right?
No.
Even
But
with it all flooded like that, it's still been coming in there good.
yeah,
Because when
I
I walked
every
back there this past weekend, I mean, it went over my muck boots.
yeah, it gets deep back there. It's gonna be a jerk if I do kill something to find it, but I feel like it'll be my best chance. And
I figured
the
you would hunt there or the other ladder stand we have in the back of the
I'll probably hunt that
property.
Saturday evening, so I don't I don't want to overhunt. And it'll come to also depend on wind because both of those stands are in a different location for wind.
Yeah,
So it's gonna
but
depend
so
on that
it's going
too.
to be one of those two. But your first option is going to be right behind
Behind
your
the house.
house.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's what's up. I'm I'm not a big bow hunt season guy. I've never really been a whole lot into deer hunting. Period. But I
It
have
sounds like you
got.
fall asleep too much.
I
You
do,
fall asleep
man.
driving, fall asleep
I
in the
do.
stand.
Honest to God, man, it's boring. Like deer hunting, still hunting. I've never been dog hunting, but I've been told dog hunting is a lot of fun.
I've never
Um,
been dog hunting either. So also anybody that's listening to this that dog hunts, if you want to take two people that have never been, I know Seth's been and he's not really into it,
Well,
but
from what I was told, the club that I was on when I was hunting it wasn't how most people do it. I don't know what that means.
I ain't gonna lie. There's a club
Um,
around here that all they do is drink beer all day and shoot shotguns and stuff. And I'm like, those don't really sound like they should mix together well. Um, so that's kind of what's always kind of threw me off a little bit. Like you're shooting at moving animals through the woods with dogs chasing behind them, and the people are practically getting drunk all day. And it's like guns, alcohol, running animals that you care about. You know what I mean? Just doesn't seem to all gel. But hey,
yeah, I have no idea how it goes. I've never been. I've heard horror stories, and then I've heard some stories that sound like they're a real blast.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah.
Some
yeah,
people swear by it, and then other people hate it. To me, we're there to do one thing only, right? During hunting season, we're there that's to fill our freezer.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So I don't really care how I fill my freezer as long as it's legal. So
Yeah.
yeah, if
Yeah. True.
if you want to take a couple guys that've never been dog hunting, let us know. Let us know
Yeah.
what we need to bring.
Hit us
Let us know
up.
what we need to do. Let us know how much it costs. I am down because
Leave a
never done
comment.
it. Nobody in my family really does it, so it's never really been available. I've just always still hunted,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
so
still hunting to me, man,
I would definitely be down.
it's just too like usually the move's always better in the morning for the most part. That does kind of depend on the area. But I've always seemed to have better luck with a move in the morning. I just can't wake up that early and sit still again and be quiet and all that and stay awake. It's just not happening. So I wind up going in the afternoon, and then it's early season around here. Really, just about any time around here, the afternoon you're gonna be warm. You know what I mean? So,
I've had better luck in the afternoons, but I've also hunted a lot more in the afternoons than I have in the mornings.
I got you. Maybe I just need to sit more in the afternoon. Maybe that's the case.
But I mean, you're talking about you too. So you've really just gotten into hunting like within the past couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
probably
We've been
so
hunting
and so
since May.
how often do you like actually go and deer hunt? 3-4 times a year?
maybe, and
Yeah.
that's. I mean, I'll probably sit maybe. Well, it's probably about. I'd say maybe 10 total times.
Now I will say
I'll probably
like
sit a couple.
getting on a hunting club does change that too. Um
Yeah, it does.
Well, yeah, because then you're paying money to hunt this land, so it's like, okay, I need to go. So it feels like you're
well
getting your money worth.
normally the hunting's better too than it is on public.
Yeah. I wouldn't
So
even. So I wasn't even counting like the Thanksgiving hunt and all that. I was talking about just pretty much out there, either at dad's or like out there at the
the
pastures or something
pastors,
like that.
yeah.
So I'd probably say, I mean, I'd hunt maybe. I'd sit probably.
Now a lot of deer hunting for me is just the escape from reality for the 2 to 3 hours that you get to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 2 young kids, so it gets chaotic quickly, and that is the easiest way. That's really about the only way I can get any type of peace and quiet.
Oh, I bet. I mean, you got
So
2 kids under what, 6, 7, 6?
yeah, they're 6 and 5.
Yeah. So
So
they're wide open, boy.
All the
nonstop from
time.
as soon as their eyes open until you force them to go to
I'm about to
bed.
say till well after they're supposed to be asleep.
Oh yeah, they can stay up. Yeah,
kids
Oh, when
kids
I've had them
don't
stay in my house,
realize.
both of them stayed up, and Colton wanted to go to sleep first before Raylan. But Raylan, boy, I was trying to get. It was like 12 o'clock, and we started a movie like an hour ago. It was 1 o'clock, and she was still up when the movie ended. I was like, "Good
Raylan takes
God."
after me with that. She could stay up and stay up and stay up and stay up, but she's gonna be grouchy the next morning.
Yeah. So
But once she wakes up, she'll just be wide open again.
if kids knew now, like if they know now how valuable sleep is when they get older, they would be holy cow, they'd be sleeping all the time.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, I mean,
oh, I
because
wish I wish I could take a nap during the day.
oh, yeah, somebody please make me go lay down right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at work, I wish my dad was like, "Hey, you've got to go take a nap. It's nap time." I'd be like,
Like darn.
"All right,
Yeah.
I'm out of here, son.
right,
If you're going to force me, I guess I will.
yeah, yeah. If you're gonna pull my leg, yeah, for sure. That's sleep is so valuable. One of
Yeah.
those things that you seem to never be able to get enough of. That's
So
like,
for everybody going out there this weekend, good luck. I want to see all the pictures.
yeah, for sure.
Text them to me, Snapchat them to me, post them on y'all's Facebook. I love seeing that stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's whenever I know that my favorite time of the year is here. Is whenever I start seeing all those dead animals pop up on all the social media.
yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
always
the
nice
best
to
time of
see.
year, son.
Yeah. Opening season or opening like hunting when hunting starts back up just in general. Because you got, I mean, all kind of
Well,
different.
like dove season opened up this past weekend.
Yeah.
Saturday.
And I didn't even dove hunt. I've only dove hunted twice my whole life. Never been a big dove hunter, but I like watching people put out YouTube videos so fast on their
Oh,
opening day dove hunts.
dude, yeah.
I go and watch them all. All the posts I saw of people's killing doves, which didn't seem like it was a very good weekend in South Georgia.
No,
I
yeah.
don't know if the
That's what I was
hurricane
about
had
to say.
anything to do with that. But
It's
still,
possible.
I just enjoy watching that stuff, man.
I got shown a picture of someone went dove hunting, and they filled up the whole back of their Ranger.
In
Good
South Georgia?
God.
Darn it, man.
I think right around this area where I'm at.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So, like, I mean, I know doves like laying up in fields and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these fields around here got flooded bad with that hurricane
Yeah.
that just come through. So it could have very well messed a lot of it up. Obviously, you got a couple fields every now and then that are high ground, so they're going to be
Our
fine.
field does good with water.
Y'all's does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have no doves bed up in there? Or nest or whatever you call it?
Not really.
So,
Well, if
No,
we
but
planted for it, I'm sure we
yeah.
could get them, but we
And
don't
we
plant for it.
really should next year because, I mean, like, why not?
Yeah, I go have a dove shoot.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Get a group of guys out there. Or not, it ain't even got to be a group. Y'all's family and me. I'm included in that group. Everybody else can go somewhere
Kick
else.
rocks.
Yeah, y'all can kick
Yeah.
rocks.
so that's needs to be something that we need to look into next year. Like what we should plant, how to do it, when to cut it, all
Yeah.
that stuff, so we can have a good dove shoot. Because I'll be honest, I mean, I got so busy over this last 7-8 months that all this hunting season's totally snuck up on me. I didn't realize it was open day of dove season until probably Wednesday of last
before.
week or Thursday. Yeah, I think I called you, said Thursday evening or Friday morning, said, "Hey, are doves flying in the field?" Because apparently it's opening day. So it's all snuck up on me. So I've done zero research on anything for doves.
I knew opening day of bow season was coming up because dad's about bow hunting. Like, he likes he uses a crossbow. Some people say it's cheating. I get it, whatever.
That's the same thing.
It's legal.
That's what I'm saying.
And it
I
puts
mean,
meat in the freezer, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't stand that snooty stuff just because somebody. I mean,
Yeah,
let's be honest. If
man.
you're gonna be snooty, then you need to be out there with a recurve bow.
Yeah, like, let's go back to old primitive here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean we're all using
technology of some sort.
technology
Yeah,
for sure. So
but
I don't really understand that. I mean, that goes back to the still hunting and dog hunting stuff. I mean, it doesn't. What does it matter?
yeah,
No, I don't give a how you do it.
I mean, for one, I feel like everybody that hunts needs to band together, regardless of how you hunt. As long as it's ethical and it's legal, we all need to be together and support it. Because if the people up in Washington had their way,
all that
most of
stuff.
them,
Yeah, all that stuff.
there would be no hunting. Period.
Yeah. Well,
So
then,
there's no point. Like, we shouldn't be fighting each other.
no, and if they ban hunting, buddy, our country's gonna run wild with animal population. A lot of this
Oh,
hunting,
100%.
a lot of this
You
hunting stuff
have
is
to.
for population control. Like,
Oh,
a lot of people don't realize that your deer limit and stuff, like, all that stuff is set for population stuff. Duck season, all that stuff is set for all your limits and fish, all that is all this. Anything that has to do with
That's why it can fluctuate. That's why
yeah.
you have to fill out tags. That's why filling out
Right.
tags is important.
Oh, speaking of tags, this is kind of way off of not hunt. I guess it is kind of hunting. So I talked with a guy Saturday about he said something about I had some boots on or something. He's like, "Those gator skin?" I said, "No, these are like $100 boots from somewhere in Puller. These are not. These ain't no gator skin." And he's like, "Man, when I get my gator tag, I'm gonna get me a gator. I'm making some boots, a belt, and a wallet." And he said, "I'm eating that jerk and I'm keeping the skull." I said, "I heard that." I said, "How long have you been trying to apply, or how long have you been applying for your gator tag?" And he said, "Man, I've been applying for 6 years, still ain't got drawn." I said, "Dang."
I heard it's like a 7-year cycle.
Yeah,
almost.
because
Like, most people
just
wait like
died.
7 years, and this year was my first year applying.
this was all of our first. We
Yeah,
all
wow,
applied.
yeah,
Yeah.
we all
And
applied for the
so,
first
but he
time.
said the biggest thing is stay consistent.
Yeah.
Every year, you got to apply every year. I don't think it costs anything. Yeah,
No, it doesn't cost anything.
So just do it every year. He said, but if you do get gator tags and you get
better
more
fill
than
'em.
one, he said you can sell those things and they go for a lot of money. He's
Is
like,
that legal to do that?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that's legal or not, but
But that's what he does. That's all. You don't mention names on this podcast.
we won't mention his name, but I don't 100% know if that is legal or not. He said, but he said you could probably get like $200 or $300 a tag for that stuff.
Good grief.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said,
That's
holy
crazy.
cow, that's a lot of money. That's a ton of money. But hey, again, we don't know if that's legal. We don't condone anything that is illegal. We are law-abiding citizens, except for my iPad in the dash when I drive. Other than that, hunting-wise, we abide by the law.
I mean, it's still hands-free.
Yeah, that is true. It's hands-free. I mean, I'm not touching it with my hand. That's for sure. But
Until you're
yeah.
scrolling.
Do what?
Until you scroll.
Until I am scrolling. That is, but that's really, because I got a little thing that my phone sits in, which is probably worse than me actually holding it, because it's like down like where my cup holder's at.
Oh my god.
And so I'll look and I'll scroll and then look at the road. And then that one will get done playing. I'll look down. It's nothing interesting. I'll scroll and look at the road. So that's probably worse than me actually like holding it up by the steering wheel.
You probably just shouldn't do it.
Probably
in general.
shouldn't TikTok and
No.
drive. You know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't
Definitely
recommend
shouldn't.
that
I
at
would
all.
not recommend that.
Sounds
So,
a
like we
terrible
said
idea.
earlier, if you just got your license, really, if anybody, has
I'm
a
not
license,
saying really at all.
don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an experienced
just
driver. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
I've
That
got-
helps, I tell
I've
you.
got
Yeah, sure.
I can drive anything with wheels on it, man, legally. So, well, besides a motorcycle.
Congratulations. You still don't need to TikTok and drive.
That is true. But yeah, man. I was like, dang, when he told me about that gator tag, it kind of blew my mind, and it may take up to 6 to 7 years before we can actually go gator hunt, which actually sucks. But I mean, who knows? I might not even be y'all's friend in 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Buddy, if
True.
that's the case, then some stuff went bad.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, I'm kind of here. Like, there's no
Yeah, I mean,
there's no
we've
getting rid
been
of me at this
through-
point.
Yeah. At this point, that would be impressive.
Yeah.
Impressively bad.
Yeah, they'd be like, whoa. Them jokers went from talking every day to never talking. That's insane. But yeah, I was blown away by that.
Yeah, I didn't know you went for that much.
I would have
I
never
didn't
guessed it
either.
didn't either.
Me either. He said they
But
used to be cheaper.
stuff on the black market always goes for more than what it's supposed to. So it probably isn't legal.
That's probably true. You're probably getting paid a lot of money because it's illegal, which then I do not condone. But hey,
I'm not gonna tell you not to do it neither, though.
yeah, I mean, you do you, boo.
I mean, you're your own person. Yeah. I don't,
you do. I just tell you what I'm gonna do.
Just don't say, "Oh, the guys on the Southern Roots podcast told me to go and buy illegal."
I'm
gator
telling
tags."
you
No.
now that it may not be legal, so that is
Do
at your
not
own
do.
risk. But another thing, I
That's
talked
a
to
DED. Don't ever do.
yeah, yeah. I was talking with another guy there Saturday too. He's good with some friend. And this kind of has nothing to do with Seth because he could care less to go duck hunt, which he may be interested in doing something like this. But he talked about getting together, and he is like good friends with a guide in Arkansas, like to the point where like he's one of his payments for a guide was he brought a guy an old bass boat he had at his house. He pulled it all the way to Arkansas. He's like, here, you can have this, and the guy's like, sweet man, appreciate it. But like, yeah. So, but
So
yeah,
if you don't need a bass boat to the Southern Roots podcast, we can work that out.
that's right, man. We
We
can
can definitely work that out.
but yeah, so he's good buddies with. He's went to the same guide for a long time. They talk regularly and stuff like that. So he said that if I wanted to go, man, to hit him up and he'd see what we can work out. I told him it probably wouldn't be this season, but definitely look at maybe something maybe next season or something like that, duck season.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest, man, duck season's here. I mean,
Well,
it's
if you want, for one, from what I've been told, I mean, of course, I don't know because I've never tried booking a guided hunt in my life, and I
yeah.
definitely have never looked at a guided waterfowl hunt. But from what I've heard, is you dang near have to plan almost a year in advance
I
to
could
get a
see that.
good guide.
Yeah, I'm about to say I could see that because they're gonna get
I mean,
booked out.
you'll find guys that have cancellations and stuff like that, but that's like you got to have the money then, there, and go.
Yeah, like you have to have like they'll
Yeah,
be
they're
like,
like
we got a
we got an opening
cancellation.
next weekend
Yeah, you
type
got to be
thing.
here, and we need
Yeah,
all the money now. Type.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of crazy, but
But
um,
I definitely want to just to experience it.
yeah, man, because over here in South Georgia, I don't know who all's listening to this podcast or where you're at listening. The flight of ducks is about 30 minutes here in
Yeah.
our area. I mean, you've got from shooting light till we'll go 7. If shooting light's at 6:30, you're done. I mean, you can pretty much unload your shotgun at 7:15 at the latest.
Yeah. Pretty
Now,
much.
obviously, you're going to have some stragglers come around. Right the time you unload your shotgun, you're going to have a, you know, 3
And we
birds
also
flying.
understand for all people that are going to be like, oh no, I shoot. We get it. We're not saying we're the best. We are far from it. We still got a lot to learn.
That's a fact.
So yeah, there's some of y'all that go out there and absolutely smack them, and can do it till I don't know 8, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever y'all do. Us on the other hand, we don't
Put
have
in the
that luck.
comments what you do.
Yeah, I mean we're open to suggestions all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Also, we're also referring to public land. We don't hunt. I don't think we have any spot at all for private land. So if you're listening and you have a private land spot that you'd be willing to let 2 jacklegs come on, we may know 2 guys
or 3.
or 3. You know, hey, whatever. We'll get set. We're gonna try and get Seth to go a couple times this year. I
was
doubt
probably
it,
gonna
but
go a couple times this year.
oh, hey, hey,
I don't know if I got enough room on that little boat though.
Oh, we
hey,
got
buddy,
enough
the
room,
old
buddy.
Havoc will tote her, boy. I'm telling you, old Havoc
got
will
enough
get her
room.
done.
Plus, it'll make it a whole lot easier picking that boat up over logs with 3 people.
That's a fact. I just
I'm just gonna sit in the boat and let y'all do that.
Oh no,
No,
we
no,
can't
no,
have-
no.
we can't
Ain't
have an
nobody
extra
sitting in the
200
boat.
We
Yeah.
can't have an extra 200 pounds thing. We got to lift that mug. We struggled last year.
I'm about to say you about can't pick it up empty. I mean, we're talking about full blown over top of trees. Like, I mean, my boat at one point last year was completely out of the water, like teetering on a log. We were like,
There was a couple times it was completely out the water with the motor running.
that's also true. And I don't have a mud
Andy,
motor.
Yeah, Andy said, Shane, you want to drive? I said, buddy, if I'm just going to let you know, I can't be responsible because I'm about to hit it.
Hey, man.
And I don't know what's going to, he's like, we got to go. I said, all right, give it to me.
We got back to the boat
And-
ramp. I'm missing half my prop. Still to this day, I haven't gotten a new prop. And that bad boy run about 35 though.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness, man! I'm telling you, I could talk about duck hunting all day, but this ain't a duck hunting podcast. Well, I guess we probably need to get into the old
to the meat of it, huh?
to the meat of
Yes,
it.
sir.
I've already been asked several times by people.
Oh yeah.
That have
While
listened.
it was happening, I
Yeah.
got
Oh, yeah.
3
I
4
mean,
text messages.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of people that loved to have seen that we were wrong. So if that's
Oh,
what y'all are here for,
We're about
you
to
might
get
as well
into
get
it,
used to it because
and we can go
we're
over next
probably
week.
gonna be-
We can
we're
also
probably
go
gonna
over
be
next
wrong
week.
a lot.
Yeah,
So the one, so I went
biggest
5 and
one
5
is-
on my pick'ems.
I went 6-4.
I went 5.
4. He made a last minute change,
I
In the
went
church
5 and
parking
5.
lot, baby. I made a decision.
which I don't blame him. I should have made the pick after hearing some of the stuff I heard about Northwestern.
I did too, but I'm gonna be honest.
But
I forgot
I
about that
didn't.
last one. I forgot
did
about
too.
him.
I didn't know it played on Sunday. I was just gonna see what I went because I didn't even want to look honestly because I was just seeing some of the games. I was like, oh, this pick'em this week is atrocious, and
But
So I looked while I was in the church parking lot when I pulled up,
Yeah.
and it was still able to be picked. And I went and looked to see what time they started, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I was thinking that Rutgers would win after the fact, and I was gonna text y'all, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna text you.
The sabotage. He's like, I thought about y'all, and then I said, you know what? Screw you guys.
No, I don't blame him. I mean, the
I
goal
don't.
is to
I mean,
win,
the
and
goal is to win.
and that let him win that week. So,
Yeah, we
but
should have tied
so
though. I will say,
we should have tied.
but
Well,
we can get into.
should we have tied? Because so
Oh,
I
we
guess
didn't
we're going to
change
go
your
ahead and
pick.
spill the beans that
Oh.
that old Andy. I guess he got swayed to
I did, man.
change his pick.
I got. So if you listen to the first podcast, if you haven't, go back and listen to our week 1 pick'ems. I was pretty much dead on spot with both of them on our pick'ems, except for one game. That was the TCU Colorado game.
Yes.
I kind of bought into the hype of Deion Sanders coming in and all. You know, I understand the hype that comes with it. He does do a lot of extra stuff. I get it, but the dude apparently has brought in some player. I mean, obviously at this point we know that
His
he's
son's
got
a player, I'll tell you that.
Dude,
He threw for like
his son
He
and
threw
that what's
505 yards or something like that. And that Travis Hunter,
Travis
in the
Hunter?
words of Deion Sanders,
is a dog.
Is
he
him?
is him.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
he
he
is
is him. Yeah, he's
He's
him.
him.
That
He's
Joker
him.
played 141 snaps.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then was still like after the game, like his post game interview,
Yeah.
dude didn't even look out of breath. I'm like, get
I'd
out of
been-
my face, bro. I'd be like, y'all
one,
can talk
I
to me
could-
tomorrow.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'd been dead. I used to go both ways in high school, and I was like, dead after the game. All I want to do is sleep all day Saturday, and
Yeah.
let alone college. Heck no. And I was a
Yeah.
lineman too. Like, I mean, this man's like sprinting.
Running, son.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Wide receiver and defensive back. Like, I mean,
That was one of the best picks I've ever seen too. He read that play
that was
so
that was
well.
nice. That pick on the
It
end
was
zone.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Full layout. I mean, I was
Oh.
like, oh, dude. But
he is him.
anyway, so back to
So
it.
all the way until the game was over, I was like, TCU's gonna win, and then they just kept going back and forth. Even whenever TCU went up for the first time, it was like I don't even know when it was like 30
Third
something
quarter.
to
Yeah.
I was like I think they're gonna take over finally. They don't play with them enough. No, Sadir Sanders
but-
had other plans.
To our defense, though, we were definitely not the only ones on the
Oh,
TCU
God,
side
no.
of things.
Oh,
Um,
buddy, the entire
and if you
country.
if you want to come at us and say, "Oh, I knew," congratulations,
No, you didn't.
you were definitely in the minority.
yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
And if you didn't tell me beforehand, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I ain't hearing it now. The only reason they halfway believe me is because I did call it. You know what I mean? I did say it, but I did. For those of you listening, I did change my pick'ems to TCU to win.
By himself. No persuasion by me and Shane.
No, well, there was y'all wasn't like you need to change it, you need to change it, you need to change it. But from talking to y'all,
was shocked.
and I saw a couple clips, man, and those clips is what got me. I swear, I saw some clips, man, and they were like, it was like of their practice, and it had to be some scrubs because them jokers were looking bad. I was like, no way they play with TCU. I stand corrected.
And
Is all I can say.
TCU's secondary was atrocious.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
Colorado's just that good. I guess we'll find
Which,
out. There's just
I mean,
one
I'm about to
Find
say-
out as the season goes on. I'll tell you what. I mean, so Colorado's over/under win total on the year was 3.5.
Yeah.
Well, we got
I
another
think we
pick
can
'em.
all safely say that
now they're gonna go over.
they're gonna go over.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still not on the Colorado train as far as they're one of the best teams in the country.
I know.
Like I
Personally,
have
no.
now
I don't.
heard,
Yeah.
Like, I've now
I don't think they're
heard
making a
some-
national title run. Like y'all are.
No. Yeah, no.
Y'all
I
got
think
a
they're going to
lot.
be a better team than what I anticipated.
Yeah. Me too.
And I can admit whenever I'm wrong, and I was definitely wrong about the Colorado TCU game. I thought that TCU would eventually end up running away with it, but them boys said no, sir.
Nah. Yeah,
So before the game last week, before the TCU game, Nebraska, which they're playing this Saturday, was predicted to win by like 7 or 9 points, something like that. Now Colorado's predicted to win by like 3. That's a huge.
that's crazy.
jump.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, but like that's my heart. So once I saw that clip, my like other thing was the dude has 3 guys that were on
I
Colorado's
believe it's
team.
3. Yeah,
I
I believe
think
it's 3.
I want to say it's 3. 3 players that played at that school last year
Last
still
year.
there. Do you know how hard it is to bring? I mean, let's just face it, an entire team and say, let's go
Go for
beat,
it.
let's go beat the runner-up national champion. You know what I mean? Like they were
No,
in
let's not. I mean, they're not the same team that was
that.
that they
I
were
mean,
last
yeah.
year.
I
But
know,
still, I
but
get where you're coming from with that. Like they played the national championship last
yeah,
year.
TCU was
You would
in the
think,
national.
you would think they would still,
Have some. They would have some type of.
And I'm
They
not
still got
saying
some
TC.
play-
I'm not saying TCU is a bad team. So I mean, don't sit here and say, oh, now y'all think TCU. We're not saying TCU is garbage. We're just saying they're not as good as we had initially thought that they may be.
It's
Yeah,
just we win. We have no idea.
yeah. I mean, they're week 1 is crazy. I mean, let's be honest. The Dogs won what 45, 47, 48, something like that.
40. I got.
Was it 48-7?
It's 48-7.
And
I was
I was
not
not
impressed
happy.
with
Yeah,
Georgia.
yeah, for
I wasn't
sure.
impressed.
It's week 1,
I,
man.
I felt like
But-
our yeah.
I also feel like some people are like over
I
dramatic about it
love the overreactions.
because like
oh yeah, all the
people are
TikToks.
stressing about like Carson Beck and stuff. Like he ain't started a game since like 2019.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the dude's been in college for 4 years, has not started a game yet. Like,
Yeah.
So like
I mean,
too
The
worried,
biggest
but
thing that concerned me with Carson Beck is typically, I understand first game jitter, especially being a starter. Typically, after you get a big play and as the game goes on, you start to settle down. And he did a little bit, but there were still some throws that he missed that I was like, can't miss those in big games.
and some of that
Yeah,
stuff
I
can
agree.
be communication too. Like, in one of the interviews, Kirby Smart was doing, he even mentioned the play. I think it was a 3rd down. We were talking about it. We're like, something had to have went wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it actually was Carson Beck's.
It was
Yeah.
miscommunication. The receiver,
And the receiver on the right
ran a
route.
slap. He ran a slant.
Yeah, he ran a slant, and the
Carson
dude thought he was doing
he was
a like a
run a
little
just a-
curl
a
or something.
hitch.
Yeah, or hitch or whatever.
So
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So I mean that's week 1 stuff, man. Like that stuff's gonna happen.
It's
and
going to
also,
happen.
Yeah,
Dominic
for sure.
Lovett
Like
has been here for 6 months, so their chemistry's not all there yet.
right, exactly.
And
So that'll come.
Yeah, I want to address this too with the quarterback situation at Georgia.
It looks
You
like
can
they're
ask.
good anywhere.
You can ask.
It don't matter.
Yeah, you can ask both these guys. I was on the Brock Vandagriff train from the get go. That's who I wanted to be our quarterback. With that being said, I'm still not calling for Brock Vandagriff to start.
No,
Like
Yeah.
what the stuff I've been hearing is fire
there's-
Bobo and put Brock in, and it's like,
Yes.
dude, I'm
Week
not a big
1.
Bobo fan, and I wanted Brock Vandagriff strictly for his mobility.
Yeah.
But I think we'll be just fine with Carson Beck. And the good thing is, if we're not, we have other dudes that'll come in and fill the gap.
He still
Yeah.
threw for almost 300 yards. It
I
just
think-
did not
was
seem
it-
like it.
Was it? I thought it was
I've got right here,
400.
294.
Oh, yeah.
And then
It was
Vandagriff
400
threw for
as a team.
77.
Yeah.
So it just don't seem like he threw.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
So
much.
let's not hit the panic button yet. But my favorite thing in the world is all these Carolina fans, all these Florida fans, all
Oh, Florida can't
these
talk.
all
Jesus.
these LSU fans that are just hurt. Carolina, Florida, and LSU fans talking about, oh, if it was y'all would have lost too. You don't know that.
No, game
You
plan
don't
would
know
have
that.
been different.
Game plan
But-
would have been different.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
I get
sure.
so tired of hearing that nonsense. Guess what? We're going to find out. Since South Carolina's like, oh, y'all would have lost that game. Y'all have a chance to prove it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Be
In,
ready. Put up or shut up.
in Athens, baby. Isn't it in Athens?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. And
me
I'd
neither.
be totally shocked
I'm about to
if
say,
that South Carolina game's close,
yeah.
it
So
shouldn't be close.
I was on the whole thing of South Carolina could ruin someone's season. I don't know that they're going to ruin Georgia's this year, buddy. They
Well,
were.
so I picked South Carolina to win that game.
I did too.
And
I also
the
didn't
reason-
expect. I didn't expect Carolina's defense.
That's the reason why I thought South Carolina's defense wouldn't have stopped North Carolina's offense, but I thought that South Carolina would have a better chance stopping their
North-
offense than North
Yeah.
Carolina stopping South Carolina's offense.
But dude, let's be honest. I mean, I could.
And
We
it
had
was
like
not
3
like that.
games. We had
No.
like 3 games going on during that game.
Yeah.
On TV, so I didn't get to watch a whole lot. But South Carolina gave up what 9 sacks.
It was 8
Yeah,
or 9,
it was
which is
bad.
crazy.
There's no chance you can win a game if your quarterback spends the entire game on his back or running for his life. Because
Yeah.
if he got sacked 9 times,
You know they was
how
there
many
way
times-
more than that.
How many
Yeah.
times did he get hit? How many times was he running for his life and he only made plays because of his legs?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to. There's no way. There's no way to make a play if you're.
They
I mean,
ended with negative rushing yards.
Like, how is that even possible?
that's crazy.
That the stat was on average when they ran the ball. This is including all the tackle for losses and sacks and all. Running the ball, they would go negative 1 yard.
That's bad.
That's insane.
Y'all want to?
They
Y'all want to?
ended with -2.
That's crazy.
That's so wild. You ended a, buddy. You ended a college, a major college football game with negative yardage for rushing. That's
As a team. Yeah,
that's
bad.
insane.
Spencer Rattler's longest rushing was 15 yards, but he also went -22 yards though.
Oh
he was
my!
sacked so
Yeah,
many
he was
times.
sacked so many times. Which that kind of, that stat kind of trips me out a little bit. How the sack counts as negative rushing yards for the quarterback. I get.
No, the whole team, not just the running back.
Well, I mean, I
Like,
know, but like,
yeah.
I get like, as a quarterback, it's your job to evade the pocket or or pressure or stuff like that.
I guess so. I mean, it's got to count for something. So, like, what else would
Yeah,
you put it on?
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Y'all want to go over this week's pick'ems?
Yes,
let's
yes.
pull
They're
them
up. We got Notre Dame, North Carolina State, Utah, Baylor, Nebraska, Colorado, Iowa against Iowa State, Ole Miss and Tulane, Texas A&M.
That's gonna be a
and
tricky one.
Texas A&M and Miami's gonna be.
A tricky.
A&M looked good though. A&M looked really good.
Yeah,
With that
yeah.
new offensive coordinator, they look legit.
Texas, Alabama. That's hopefully going to be a banger.
I hope that's a good game.
It's at 7:00. Oregon, Texas Tech. Oh, by the way, speaking of Texas Tech, I didn't know Patrick Mahomes come from Texas Tech.
Yeah.
That's
Me and
crazy.
Shane talked about that earlier.
And then we got UCF and Boise, Oklahoma State and Arizona State. For your pick'ems this week, let's kick it off with Notre Dame and North Carolina State.
Notre Dame looked good.
Yeah, Notre Dame did look
really
good.
Who did? I
that
didn't.
one-
I didn't even look at their game Saturday.
NC
Or no,
State
they-
didn't look bad neither though. But I'm going with North Carolina. Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'm going Notre Dame.
Yeah, me too. I'm probably going Utah against the Baylor.
Yeah.
I think Cam Rising's gonna be back too. He wasn't playing in the Florida game, but I think he's gonna be back. But I don't know that 100%.
Either Utah is going to be nice. I mean, they're going to be a good middle of the road team, or Florida is terrible.
Utah's
be.
usually a decent team.
Could be both too.
But yeah, it could be both.
I got you. And then we
So,
got
Colorado, Nebraska. I'm gonna pick Colorado. I am
think-
going to be
hey,
so mad if I
If they
pick
lose,
Colorado
yeah.
this week.
and they lose.
And I'm like,
I think I'm gonna pick him too. One of the reasons is they're playing at home, and Nebraska looked.
Yeah. The hype
they
around
didn't
their
look
first,
that good.
yeah, and the hype
Oh,
around
dude.
their first home game
Yeah,
is going to be insane.
Oh yeah,
Did you see the thing where this is another thing about the Colorado real quick. They hired Deion Sanders and did not have the money to give him.
Yes, I have
Yeah, I know.
seen that.
And then they sold out their season pass tickets and have brought in, like, I think it's like
and raised up almost
almost
all his salary.
exactly his salary.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like
Which is
within
crazy.
like 1.5 million of his salary they have pretty much raised, which is wild.
Yeah. For sure.
Just because they knew that the hype behind him, people were going to be like, "Oh, let's do it." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he's going to be a good coach if he can stay out of his own way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because he likes to do that talking stuff.
Yeah.
And it works for some people, and it seems to work for him. But also, once you get to a certain level, that stuff only goes so far.
Yeah, and my biggest thing is what happens when he's all that talk, and then winds up getting his head beat in. That's a terrible. Winds up getting the team winds up getting their tail beat. Let's word it like that instead of getting his head beat in. But like I want to see how he reacts then, and like people come up to people are saying because let's just put it like this: when people talk like that, people talk trash back. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, for sure.
and
Ain't nobody gonna like Colorado too much on the field for sure.
yeah, and I mean,
No, yeah.
obviously, he's been like this pretty much his whole life. So
Oh yeah,
I'm sure he'll be able to handle. I don't know how it'll go as far as
it's good.
The
like,
team
with the players.
mentality. Yeah.
the team mentality thing. Yeah,
Yep.
you know what I mean. Like,
But I do think that he'll be fine. I don't think it's going to be an issue. It's just a potential issue
could
that
be
I
a problem.
see
Yeah,
potentially happen, especially if he gets the opportunity at bigger schools. A lot of these blue bloods are not going to like that.
yes, for sure.
So,
All right. Up next, we got Iowa State. I'm going
Yeah.
Iowa.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going Iowa on that. Yep.
I
So
like
this next game's actually pretty interesting to me, but I don't see why Ole Miss should not win
Yeah,
that
I was
game.
about to say I don't.
I'm about to say I
think,
don't think it's gonna be.
But I mean, it wouldn't totally surprise me if it's a close game. I would be a little shocked if they lose. Where are they? Are
Yeah.
they playing at Ole Miss?
It's at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Oh, if they lose at home, that'd be wild.
Yeah.
Texas A&M and Miami.
I'm going A&M on this one.
A&M.
Yeah.
I'm also going A&M.
They looked really good.
They did look pretty good. Saturday. I didn't watch much of their game. But I did watch a little bit. They did look pretty halfway decent.
The best game of the weekend.
Who y'all got? I got
Texas
Bama.
and Alabama. I got Bama. They're playing at home.
They look
And
good.
I think, I thought they looked good.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say that.
Texas
Milroe.
started like Georgia. They were really slow.
Yeah, I think Texas is going to give them a fight. I think it's going to be a good game. But I think probably fourth quarter Alabama ends up pulling away and probably wins. Let me see what the I don't know.
I'm going Alabama also. While you looking up the spread.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Alabama here too. But I would not be shocked if Texas pulls this out. It would not totally shock
it wouldn't
me.
shock me.
The biggest thing that would shock me is the fact that it is
Bama's predicted to win by 7.
at Alabama.
7?
Okay,
You
good,
said
'cause
7?
I can't. Okay, good, because I don't see it.
I got it pulled up on my computer now.
Oregon. I'm going Oregon.
But I could see Alabama pulling away with that towards the end, and by pulling away, like get a late field goal to go up 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
But I could also see that being like a whoever has the ball at the end of the game as well.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like game-winning
Texas
field goal
got
time.
weapons, man. They got. I mean, their receiver.
Yeah,
room
and
is insane.
that's one that I don't feel like. As far as putting money on, I wouldn't touch that game.
Lee now.
No,
I would
watch
lost
that
so much
Yeah,
money
yeah.
on that TCU game. So I would.
Yeah, I was confident in that game, and I would have lost money in that game, which is probably why they don't allow sports betting in Georgia because of idiots like us.
Up next, we got Oregon and Texas Tech. I'm going Oregon.
Yeah, I got
I
Oregon.
That
think
man did like 500 something push-ups. The Oregon Duck, I think it
I
was.
thought it was more than that.
I want to say it was five
Well, when you
something.
score
They scored
81,
they scored 81 and he does like 7 and they score again. Then he don't just do another 7. He does 14.
Yeah, it's 14.
So that's 21. And they score
that dude's in
again.
shape now. So
You
Then-
can Google it, or somebody pull it up and Google it real quick. How many push-ups did he do? I thought it was more than that.
It might be.
I'll look it up real quick.
I'm going Oregon.
Yeah, you going Oregon?
I'm going Oregon on that.
All right,
yeah.
while you look that up, we're going to go FSU and Boise State. I'm going to go I don't know nothing about Boise State. I'm not going to lie.
They just played.
They
who was it?
lost.
They got their tail beat by Washington.
It was 546. You're right.
I thought I
That's
saw
a
something.
ton.
That's a lot of push-ups. Yeah.
I'm going UCF on that.
Yeah, I am too.
And let's just put it like this, like 81 push-ups straight. I mean, that's
Oh yeah.
and then after you've already done the
Oh, I'm sure those last 80. I would love to see the video because I'm sure
yeah,
Oh,
at
he had to
some
start
point in
slowing
time
down,
he
right?
was probably begging his offense to like, hey, like this game's
Please calm
done.
down.
It's
Yeah.
over.
yeah, like can
Y'all
y'all
know
put
what I have to do. Can y'all stop?
put the JV in or something? We got
Yeah.
Oklahoma State and Arizona State. Oh, who'd Boise lose to? You said? Did you pull
Washington. They got
Oh.
their tails beaten by Washington.
it up? I got you.
Which
Oklahoma
actually
State,
they surprised me. I was
Washington.
I was pleased with how Washington looked for the most part.
Looks like it might be Clemson that drops out of the top 10.
Buddy,
Out of the top 25.
we'll get into that in a
We'll talk about that
second.
minute.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. We'll have to make it quick because we're coming towards the end. But yeah, okay. Last pick: Oklahoma State and Arizona State. Who we
Arizona.
got?
I got Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State is an underrated team.
So do I. All right, now how many total points will be scored in the Texas Bama game? What is the over?
What is?
on that?
Yeah, I was saying, what's the over under?
Give me just a second.
I'd probably say, without knowing the over under, I'm gonna go. It's 50 something ish. Once I hear the over under, I'll make my final prediction.
54 and a half.
Hey, it's pretty good. I don't
See,
know.
this is the thing about that game. I could see it
Going
going both
one or
ways.
two ways.
yeah, I could
Scoring
see
a lot of
both score
points
40.
or
see
scoring
them both score
7.
20.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, how many total points we scored? That's a tough one.
I'm going to go 35 30. I'm going to go 35 40 Alabama. So what's that?
75.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
No, I'm not doing that much.
I think that Alabama's going to run the ball a lot, and they're going to try to wear them out.
They're going to try to manage the clock. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards the under, but I could just also see Texas going out there throwing the ball over the yard and them not having a choice but to play a little up tempo.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably go. You said 54 and a half?
I'm going 56. I'm going over.
I'm going to go 21 30 28 or 28 to 35 is what I'll do. What is that? 30 50 63. Right? Yeah. 63. Dang, that seems like a lot still. I could see it happening though. All right. Seth, what you got?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to just go with
I'm going to change it to 57 actually, because like a 31-28 game seems really realistic.
yes, very.
Yeah.
You said 30. You said you're going what? 57?
57.
He said
do 60.
I did 63. All right, so real quick before we get out of here, let's talk about this Labor Day primetime game.
Let me get to it. The stats, because the stats were crazy.
So what I will say is
Clemson and Duke.
Clemson. I know you had said you've never heard of the term Clemsoning. You
Finally,
got
I've
you
seen
got
it
an
today.
example of what Clemsoning is.
Yeah.
Clemson, stats wise, won that football game.
Oh yes,
They
even close.
gave the game to Duke.
Yeah, by
Duke
But
played well though.
pretty
Duke
large
did
margin.
play well. Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Pretty
Duke played
large
well,
margins too.
but
So
Clemson still should have won that game.
Clemson threw for 209 yards, and Duke threw for 175. So they outpassed them. The rushing yards, 213 is what Clemson did, 199. So they outrushed them. But
Turnovers, man.
the 2 turnovers in the 10-yard line, the 2 missed field goals, and then that interception at the last, was that third or was that fourth quarter? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
It was. I was expecting more from. I can't say I was expecting more because I mean they got the yards, they just ain't got the points.
Basically, what it comes down to is, can Clemson
Finishing
fix
the
the
red zone.
mistakes?
Yeah.
If they can fix the mistakes,
That'd be fun.
they're a good football team. Not a great football team, a good football team. But the problem is, a lot of times when you start making those mistakes, that gets in your head.
It's hard to
and
fix.
It is hard to correct them.
Yep. It is extremely hard to fix.
So Dabo's going to have his hands full
They only
on the
scored
mental
7
aspect.
points off of a muff punt.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying, that like
they got
the
very good field
mentality.
That's
The
our only
mentality
touchdown.
that
Yeah, they got it on like
That
the 20, 25
yeah,
yard
yeah,
line.
that's right. Yeah, the dude muffed that punt. Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, I mean that talent wise, they have talent.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It's all going to be mental. Dabo's going to be fighting a mental game for the rest of the season, probably.
I would have lost money on this game too.
I would have too, for sure.
I probably would have also. I expected Clemson to win
And cover.
pretty.
I thought
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
gonna
pretty
cover.
easily. Pretty easily,
I think pretty much most of everybody did.
except for Duke.
Except for Duke.
Heck, they might have
By the
thought
way,
Clemson would have won.
Their fans, out of the stands and on the sidelines with 1:46 left.
Yeah.
I thought it was
So,
crazy.
no way you're holding me back for 1:40. Like
I literally texted y'all and said there's 0% chance they keep those fans off the field.
Yeah.
Somehow they did.
There's
Those
no
Duke
way.
Fans are way more controlled than almost every other fan base in the
world.
Forever.
Yeah, because let's just put it like this. How many people okay, hey, we're going to go storm the field. Everybody line up over here in an orderly fashion. No, it's like jump over the wall and run through all the players.
Also, if I'm a Clemson player and I see that, and I'm not on the field, I'm going to the locker room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not shaking nobody's hand.
He's just going to chew me out. I'm talking before the game's over. I mean, they're on the sidelines already. The game's not over. You have their defense. You have Clemson's defense on the field.
Yeah.
If a second, third string player or offensive player, probably not an offensive player like a starter. But if I'm like second, third string, but I'm going to the locker room.
Yeah.
I'm not staying out there for that.
That could be why. I mean, that's insane.
I just knew that game was going to go on for another 20 minutes because there's going to be some fans that just run on the field. Surprisingly, there wasn't.
And it wasn't like they had a wall of security there either. They had 4 or 5 right there. Like, hey, back up. Back up. I'm like, yo, if we all run on 3, they can't stop us all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that guy. Like, hey, everybody go on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. And then I take off. I'm the only one to take off, though.
I was about to say.
Everybody else like, no.
Like 5 of y'all that take off running, yo.
We get tackled on a 50. Boom. Oh, man. All right, y'all. This has been the Southern Roots Podcast. Thank y'all for joining us. We have talked about hunting, college football, work life. Kind of be the same thing every single time. Just a little different take on each thing.
Different stories.
Yeah. If you enjoyed our pick'em predictions on week 1. Please come back and check on those on our results on the next podcast. It will be up every Friday morning.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, and follow so that you don't miss out on any episode. You will get notifications on. I know Apple Podcasts gives notifications. I do not know.
You just need to turn your notifications on for us on whatever you watch us on.
everything.
We're on Spotify, Apple, Amazon. We're not currently on Google. Google is
Being a tailhole.
kind of aggravating to post on, so we're trying to figure that out. As soon as we do get on Google, we will let y'all know. But as of right now, those are the podcast platforms, and of course, we are on YouTube. And really check out our YouTube because I have some ideas I want to run by these guys. I think they're going to be down with it, and we're going to start posting more than just our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, we've got TikTok to see clips and all the crazy stuff we try and do during the week and weekends. Other than that, guys, this is the Southern Roots Podcast. I'm Andy.
I'm Seth.
I'm Shane.
See y'all on the next one.
See y'all.